On note page number 2, it says identifying a right triangle. The converse of the Pythagorean theorem gives you a way to tell if a triangle is a right triangle whenever you know the side lengths. Example 1. Tell whether each triangle with the given side lengths is a right triangle. It gives me the three lengths of 9, 40, and 41 inches. They have already labeled for me that the largest one is C. So I write my formula, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I fill in a, b, and c. So it will say 9 squared plus 40 squared equals 41 squared. Once you're to that point, you get your calculator. I'm going to type in the left side of the equation first, so 9 squared plus 40 squared. I'm going to leave that answer on there. Do the other side of a 41 squared. 1681 equals 1681. To prove that you did it, you write those numbers. I'm going to put a check on it. So it says since 1681 equals 1681, and make the equation true, the triangle is a right triangle by the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. On B, it gives me 8, 10, and 12 meters. They've already told me that biggest one has to be the C. I write my formula. I'm going to substitute 8 for A, 10 for B, 12 for C. Grab the calculator. 8 squared plus 10 squared. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to type in, I already know, 12 squared. So here's our first one. Those three lengths, they'll form a triangle, but since it did not make the Pythagorean theorem formula true, it won't be a right triangle. So I'm still going to write my numbers down. 164 for that side, 144 for this side, but I'm just going to put one little slash mark because that's showing that 164 is not equal to 144. So since 164 is not equal to 144, the triangle is not a right triangle by the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. Now on the bottom, this is similar to what your practice will look like whenever you get it. You will have three lengths and you need to tell them if it is a right triangle or not. The only difference now was in all of the note pages, it was telling me which one was A, B, and C. Now it just gives you three lengths, and C is not always going to be the last one on your practice page, so you need to be careful that you don't always just go in that order. You have to make sure that C is the largest one. So I'm going to do 14 squared plus 23 squared equals 25 squared, because I took the biggest of the three, and that has to be the one that's by itself for the C. 14 squared plus 23 squared. I'm going to leave that answer on there and check 25 squared. 725 is not equal to 625. So I'm going to write those numbers to show my work. 725 does not equal 625. So this one I'm going to answer no, for it is not a right triangle. Number 3. A, B, 34 is the largest one, so I will label it a C. So 16 squared plus 30 squared equals 34 squared. 1,156 is equal to 1,156. So I'm going to answer yes. Check mark on there. Number 4. 27, 36, 45. 45 is the biggest, so I know that has to be my C. 27 squared plus 36 squared equals 45 squared. Okay, you got 2,025. 5 squared gives me the same answer. 2,025 equals 2,025. So I'm going to answer yes for 4. On number 5, I have 11, 18, 21. 21 is the biggest. Remember, on your practice page, don't always pick the last one to be C. Make sure it's really the biggest. Hint, hint. 11 squared plus 18 squared equals 21 squared. Mm-hmm. 445 and 441. 445 and 441 are not equal. Number 5 is no.